So culture and traditions. There is a lot of, I don't know how to say it in a nice way, pagan or devil worship in Sierra Leone. They actually have these things they call debels, D-E-B-U-L. So it's the tribal religions that are not in line with Christianity, that a lot of people still practice. So you hear of there's these cults, there's these brotherhoods and sisterhoods that children get inducted into. Usually they go through some kind of ceremony, and I don't know a whole lot of the details. I've heard from members saying they're just awful, all like the secret combinations you read in the Book of Mormon, that's what they're on. I was never exposed to a lot of it, but it does exist. The scariest moment that I had involved with it, they have these double kind of parades certain days of the week or year. I don't know when they are. Maybe there's a calendar for them, but there's kind of happier ones and there's kind of more serious ones, and pretty much you want to avoid all of them. So the happier ones, they usually get some kind of animal head. They either make it like a paper mache kind of animal head, or have a real animal head that's, you know, like fixed on a plate or something. So then someone ends up wearing it on their head, and they've got these long tassels that come down, and there's drummers that drum behind them, and they kind of march through the street. And you're never to take a picture of a devil. If you do, they'll probably take your camera and break it. And you want to stay out of their way. And usually it's just all in good fun. Children will be dancing behind them. Typically, members stay away from them, so I would just encourage missionaries to not go towards a devil and celebrate with that. Then there's kind of a scarier devil, which is people likely, I think they take drugs or something like that. I had a companion, one of them was chasing him down, just a guy kind of covered in blood, and I don't know if is this too scary? I don't know if I should say.
I think it's interesting.
Okay. So he was covered in blood, chased my companion down. I wasn't companions with him at the time, and kind of cornered him, and the man started cutting his tongue in half with a razor blade until my companion gave him some money and he went away. So my experience with the devil, we were in Freetown, in the Freetown area, which is one of the branches in Freetown. So it's the heart of the city. We had just left this market. It was a preparation day. We're walking out of the market, and I see a taxi stop on the street. And I see everybody get out of the taxi, and there's women in it, and they're screaming, running away from the taxi. I thought, what is going on? Like, why would the taxi just stop? And that's the path we're walking to get home. And I see this man I had heard about. It's a devil. He has these two little white horns on his head. I don't know if they were glued there or something. He's covered in blood, and he has a knife in his hand that's covered in blood, staring at the taxi. And there's a man right next to him just beating these drums really fast. And so my companion was from Ghana, so I looked at him and I said, "Companion, what do we do?" He's like, "Just wait here, they'll pass us. Don't worry about it." And so after the taxi, then he turned to us and started walking right towards us. And we kind of ran behind this car, and he was going one way to get to us, and we just ran off and totally missed him. But that was a scary cultural experience. But Sierra Leone is not like that typically. Typically the people are wonderful. They are so loving.